shown in figure. In question 1, this is the figure. Here you can see you have to find out the RMS value. What is RMS value here of the current and voltage? As per the definition, you have to square it of all the values here, like whatever it is, and then divided by the total time here and root of it. This is the RMS value. So square of it, finding the average value and mean value, RMS, S means square, mean, then root of it. So this is the RMS value. Here this figure you can see here, this is the figure here, like this, going on this way. So here this is the 2 ampere current and this is the time here, and you can find out the RMS value. Means you can see the here solution 1. This way I1 is 2 again 2. So squaring this, minus square will be plus, this is plus, this plus, this minus. So square it, add it, find out the mean value or average value, then root of it, you will get the RMS value. So this question is a simple one. Now come to question number 2. Electrical current in the circuit is given by I equal to I naught T. This question 2 here. I is equal to Y naught T upon tau. This is the current here. This is the current given here, like this, and time period is given. Time is given 0 to tau. It means here, like this, the definition here, you have to square it, sum it, find it divided by the time, and take root of it. Then you can get the RMS value as per the definition. Finding the squares, mean and root, RMS. Got it? So here you can go through the question. Electrical current is in a circuit is given by I equal to Y naught T upon tau. I naught is the maximum value, this is the instant value, this is the time, variable time, and 0 to tau you have to take the value. So this way, see the solution here. As per the definition, you can say, as per the definition, the RMS value square it. So 1 by tau, tau means what? Time, square it. So you have to find out the total value divided by time. It was squaring and taking the mean, and because it is square here, so you can take the afterwards root of it. So as per the definition here, you can say here you can write this root of it 1 by tau, integrating from 0 to tau, and I naught, I square means I naught square T square divided by tau square dt. And if you square it, right, square it, रूट हट जाएगा. यहाँ पे अगर स्क्वायर हटा दिया तो रूट आ गया. सिंपल. Now this thing you can have here root of it I naught square divided by tau cube and T square dt 0 to T, 0 to tau. Integration of T square is very easy. T cube by 3. So here you can write T cube by 3, and what is the limit here? 0 to tau. So it is very simple here, like this, tau square and tau cube upon 3. It will be cancel out here like so. This way you can calculate, and here this is a cube, this is also cube. So it cancel out, and if we are taking this root of it, I naught divided by root 3 is the answer. So as per the definition, we solve it. Any question for the average value and the RMS value can be found easily. Got it? Can easily solve like this. Okay? Any doubt in this question? First question was easier, this is also easy. But if you do not integrate like this, you can't solve it. Any sort of graph is given, any sort of equation is given, average and RMS value can be found easily like this as per the definition. First of all, square it, sum it, divided by time means this is the mean value, average value, and then take root afterwards. This way you can get the RMS value or the average value. Just sum it divided by the time, then this will be the average value. In this first case, what is the average value? Definitely 0, because point and negative like this. If any time period is given, it may be or may not be 0. Suppose we are taking 0 to t time period, then it will be 0. Suppose 0 to t by 2 or 0 to this, all those cases, plus and minus cancel out, only plus, so you can get the average value. It will not be 0. For one cycle it will be 0. If it is like this square or this rectangular shape, square shape, triangular shape, or any sinusoidal shape, it will be 0 for full cycle. We have seen this also. For 0 to t it will be 0, and 0 to half cycle it is not 0, as we have seen in derivations also. So first and second question, any doubt please tell me. Any doubt please tell me. Yes please. It's okay. Then question 3, a resistance 40 ohm. Just go through this question. Question number 3. Here, resistance 40 ohm is connected to an AC source of 220 volt here, 50 hertz. Whatever this value is given, this is RMS value. If we are interested to find out the maximum value, there is the relation here. ERMS or IRMS is given E naught by root 2. So if RMS value is given, maximum value will be ERMS into 220 root 2. It comes here roughly 311. Because root 2 value is 1.414. So this way you can find out the value here roughly 300 plus. It means maximum value is definitely more than the RMS value, and this is the relation RMS value and the maximum value. So in this question, resistance is given, it is connected to the AC source 220 volt, RMS value 50 cycle per second or 50 hertz. Finding the RMS value, it is very simple. What is I here? I is equal to E by R. What is the maximum value? Take the maximum value. What is RMS value? Take the RMS value. Like, it means here, if the RMS value you are taking for the voltage, you are getting the RMS value for the current. You are taking the maximum value for the voltage, you are getting the maximum value of current. So this way, you can easily find out the RMS value. Here 220 divided by R is given 40. So this way you can find out easily. This is 5.5 ampere RMS value. Maximum instantaneous current in the resistor, maximum value is just multiplied with root 2. If you multiply with this here, you can get the maximum value, that is coming here 7.8 ampere. and time taken by the current to change from its maximum value to the RMS value. Maximum value means this to the RMS value. What is the time taken here? This is the final value, take the time. This is the initial value, RMS value, can take the time. What difference of time is the time taken to change over from RMS to maximum, maximum to RMS. It means here, if you find out the time, both the cases, and the difference of time, you can get easily. So it was the question 3. RMS value, maximum value, very easy. But just to find out the time, what to do is the equation here, I equal to I naught, all particular small, no problem, I is equal to I naught sin omega t. This is the maximum value, this is the instantaneous value, and I is equal to this thing. Suppose the maximum value, put it here, I naught. For the maximum value, I naught cancel out, so sin omega t is what? 1. This way you can find out the time. And second time, you can take the value of RMS divided by root 2. So you can get the two values of time t1 and t2. Difference of time is the time taken to switch over from maximum value to RMS value or vice versa. So this is the time difference. You can get the after calculation 2.5 millisecond. Got this last point here? Hello?
Yes, sir.
How can we find out the time? Just by this equation, I is equal to I naught sin omega t. What is the value of I? Once maximum value, put I naught. Second time, RMS value I naught by root 2. So this way you can find out the time t1 and time t2. And difference of time is the time taken to switch over the current from maximum to RMS or RMS to maximum. We note down this third part because first and second part is very easy. The third part you have to think over separately how to find out the time for each, and the difference of time is the time taken to switch over from one value to other value. You can solve other questions also like this. Yes, please. Just note down this third part especially, because first and second part easy. Noted down this. Okay or not? Hello? Should I move to next question? Okay, I'm coming to question 6. That is a good question. Here, question number 6. A 15 microfarad capacitor is connected to 220, 50 here, 220 is RMS value, 50 is the cycle per second frequency. Find the capacitive reactance and the current RMS value and peak means maximum value, or sometimes it is called RMS value, peak value. Peak value means the maximum value or peak value or the amplitude. So both you have to find out. Capacitive reactance means, what is capacitive reactance? Capacitive reactance is Xc 1 by omega c. 1 by omega c is the capacitive reactance 1 by omega c. Omega can be written as 2 pi mu c. So frequency is given here 50 Hertz. And what is C? It is given in the question 50 microfarad. Micrometer 10 to the power minus 6. So this way you can find out Xc easily. And current is given as I is equal to E by Xc now, not R. Xc you know, E you know. If you are taking the max value, take the max value. If you are taking the RMS value, take the RMS value. Or finding the RMS and U naught value, by this relation you can find out easily this RMS value and the max value. This is the relation. If you find one, with this relation also you can find out, either you calculate again. No problem. Got it? So this RMS value, if you know, you can find out the max value also. If the frequency doubled, what happened to the capacitive reactance and the current? Very simple. If you increase the frequency double, capacitive reactance will become half and this current will become double. Simple. By the formula itself, if you increase the frequency double, then Xc will become half and Xc will become half, the current will become double. Simple. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
It is again simple question. Yes, please. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Any doubt? If you know the concept, question will become easier. As we can see, there is nothing here in the numerical problems. If you do not know the concept, really it will be difficult how to do it. Say question 8 here. Just go through question 8. I'll tell you what is hidden part here. L, inductor, 200 millihenry, this is the inductance, and 5 microfarad, this is the capacitance pure given. What is XL, XC? XL is omega L and XC is 1 by omega C, and we are connecting the inductor and the capacitor pure 1 by 1 across a sinusoidal AC voltage given by this. AC voltage means V is equal to V naught sin omega t. So if you are comparing here V is what? You can write V also, no problem, and the question V is given, so take V, no problem. And this is V naught, it is given 70.7, means this is the maximum value, this is the instantaneous value, and sin omega t, what is omega here? It is 1000 t. So you can say, this is the instant value, this is the maximum value, this is the omega. If you compare here, maximum value is given 70.7 and the omega value here 1000 radian per second. Obtain the expression of current in each case. Question is, say, if I am writing here I is equal to I naught sin omega t, this is the expression. Suppose voltage is given this, then current will be like this. There is no phase difference. If you are taking inductance, then it will be minus 90, current is lagging behind the voltage. In case of capacitance, here you are getting the plus 90. As we have seen, we have derived also mathematically. So here you can see omega means 1000 to 1000. You put right here 1000 here. In place of omega, you can write 1000, no problem. And here also, and how you can find out the maximum value? It is a E naught divided by resistance. In this case, I naught will be E naught, means this divided by XL, and in this case here you can get E naught divided by X. Simple. Got this point? You can easily find out. C question. C is given and L is given. XC will be this. IRMS you can find out. This question 8 here. This 70.7 sin 1000. So what is the maximally I naught? V naught upon XL. In case of inductor. And instantaneous current equation is given I naught sin omega t minus 90. And in case of capacitance, you can find out I naught is equal to V naught upon XC. And instantaneous current is given here plus 90. You can go through this question. Easily you can find out the current in each case. In case of inductor, I naught is equal to V naught, maximum value divided by XL. XL is the reactance, inductive, and phase difference is lagging current, lagging by 90 degree. In case of capacitance, I naught is equal to V naught divided by XC. XC is 1 by omega C. Omega C comes here. And then in the numerator 1 by omega C comes in the upward like this. You can write V naught upon 1 by omega C, or directly you can write omega C V naught. Putting the value, you can find out the maximum value in each case, and you can write the equation here I naught sin omega t minus, and here I naught sin omega t plus, here minus 90, here plus 90. Lagging current, leading current. Got this? You can note down this also. Although it is simple question, if you know the concept here, leading, lagging, phasor diagram, it is very simple question. So normally we fear here with AC theory and numericals, but if we know concept of AC, I think it is not so difficult. Any doubt here? Yes, please. Any doubt? No. Yes, please. Any doubt in this question? Okay. Then question, next question. I have taken these questions just to give you ideas how to solve the numerical problems. Say question 10. A student cannot go through this question 10. If you can see question 10. A student connects a long air core solenoid. Air core solenoid means there is no magnetic material inside. That is called air core. Air core material means this. Inside the solenoid there is no magnetic material. If we insert here magnetic material like soft iron, it is not air core. Air core means medium is air. If you put the magnetic material like soft iron, it is not called air core, but it is called magnetic material like soft iron inserted inside the solenoid or coil. So here one coil is there, that is air core means no magnetic material, and manganese wire is given, and it's connected to 100 volt DC source and record a current of 1.5 ampere. See, this is a coil. Suppose whatever coil is there, if you connect say DC, you are getting the current in this case. First I1 is equal to 1.5 ampere. Voltage source is the same 100 volt. Here 100 volt. Again we are connecting, taking the same coil, and here 100 volt the same volts, but here it is AC. In this case we are getting the current, it is 1 ampere. We are not changing the source 100 volt. We are not changing the coil. Even then why the difference of current comes here? In first case, if we connect the DC across the coil, we are getting the 1.5 ampere current. In second case, if we are connecting the same coil across the same volt 100 volt, but AC, we are getting the reduced current 1 ampere. What is the reason behind? And calculate the value of reactance of the coil. Got it? Here AC, so voltage here is 100 volt. But in this case, if it is AC, in case of DC, whatever voltage given, the same voltage appearing as maximum value 100. But in this case, 100 value, this is the RMS value, and maximum value is what? It is a maximum value is, or E naught is here. If you multiply 100 by say root 2, it comes here 141.4 volt. 100 root 2 times. It means here voltage more. Voltage more. One more observation you can say, if you are taking the RMS value, then here whatever say this is the coil resistance, is coil resistance, but here coil resistance plus something XL. So Z will be impedance will be different here, R square plus omega L square or root of it. This is the reason here. In first case, in case of DC, there is no inductive part, but in second case, inductive parts comes in picture in addition to the resistance, and that is why here we are getting the more reactance omega L in addition to the resistance of the coil, and this way E by R, I is equal to E by R, and R here is whatever it is, but here something added, XL. That is why reactance impedance, resistance plus reactance impedance is more than in previous case, and current reduces to 1 ampere. This is the reason. And reactance you can find here, voltage divided by current, you can find out easily this. And what is the reactance voltage? 141 point this divided by say 1. See, calculate the value of reactance of the coil. Reactance means what? XC. It is not Z, it is this. So first case you can find out the R. How can you find out the R? R resistance of the coil here, voltage divided by current, so 100 upon 1.5. Put the value of this here, and Z you can find out. Z means here 100 divided by this, the RMS value divided by current is what this. Put it here, you can find out omega L or XL. See the difference in case of AC, reactance part, inductive part comes into picture, where in DC there is no reactive part, although that is there, but it's 0 in case of DC. During the transition period, just a little bit you can say for very small time, for millisecond, like that reactance comes into picture, but in only resistance is there in DC, but in DC both resistance as well as reactance. See the question solution here. Question 10 here. Resistance V upon I, that comes at 66.7, and reactance Z is equal to what? This 100 by 1, so 100, and putting this formula XL you can find out easily. Yes, please. Yes.
Sir, it is not visible. Screen is not.
I'm not getting you.
The answer.
What is the question?
Sir, it is not visible.
It is not visible. Show you the concept here and how to solve other questions also. You can solve easily. I'm taking this question, series RLC circuit. I'm taking all the three. All the three means R, L and C. Resistance, inductance and capacitance, all the three at once. This is called series RLC circuit. We have discussed in theory series RLC circuit not one by one or combination, but all the three we are taking individually RLC or pure. If we are taking all the three at a time, it will be mixed grouping. That is called series RLC circuit. As it is written in the question, series RLC circuit, and shown here also, the values of L, S, C and are given 5 Henry, 80 microfarad, 40 ohm resistance connected like this, and AC source is 240 volt source. 240 means this is the RMS value of voltage given 240, but frequency is not given. You have to calculate the angular frequency of the source which derives the circuit at resonance. What does it mean? This is the circuit here RLC, series circuit definitely RLC, but resonance means this is the particular frequency called resonance frequency at which this series RLC circuit will behave like pure resistance. Pure resistance means here XL and XC both are equal. This is called at resonance. At resonance, these two are equal. So these two cancel out as per the phasor diagram. We know XL, XC, and we have VCVL, and here we are getting only this. So it is possible I naught XL, I naught XC. We will cancel out this XL, XC both are equal. So this is called resonant condition. We are in the reactance across L and C both are equal, and voltage across L and C both are equal, and opposite also. So they cancel out in pair, and we are getting simply the circuit will behave like pure resistance. This is the meaning of resonance. Got this point? We have discussed this thoroughly in case of this resonance circuit. We have discussed separately RLC series resonance circuit especially. So you can find out omega easily. Omega naught XL. XL means omega naught here L, and 1 by omega C. So omega naught square will be 1 by LC, or taking the root of it, and omega can be written 2 pi mu naught here. So 1 by this, and mu naught will be 1 by 2 pi LC. Putting the value of L and C, you can easily find out the frequency, and that called resonant frequency. If we put all the values here, like say 1 upon 2 pi, pi means here 3.14, and L means here, what is the value of L? 5 Henry. What is the value of C here? 80 micro. We solve it, we get here frequency 50 cycle per second or 50 hertz. So this is the resonant frequency. You can find out omega naught also, no problem. And you can find out mu naught also. This is the relation between omega and mu. Radian per second is the unit here of omega is radian per second, and unit of mu naught is what? A cycle per second or hertz. So it is very simple to find out the angular frequency. The current at the resonating frequency. Current will be simple resonant frequency. At resonant frequency, this circuit behaves like resistance only. So this current can be found out at resonance simply E naught divided by R, and RMS value will be ERMS divided by R. We are taking the resistance only, that is 6. The RMS potential drop means across this L or across this C, you are getting the same value because they are same. That's why they are cancelling out, and it is called IRMS XL. IRMS XC. If you calculate one, you will get the same thing in other also. I naught XL, I naught XC, both are same. Just see the solution here. 22 is the question here. 22.